Welcome back to Manly Beach for round 3 of the Dial Before You Dig Triple Crown Series. We've already seen some fantastic racing from round number 1. But before we check out the action for round number 2, it's time to hear from some of the competitors taking part in this weekend's racing at Manly.
It's a really iconic Australian sport, I think. It's great to be fit and have a group of mates that you spend all of your time with.
It's the athleticism, it's all of that, but also the element of luck and the surf skills, understanding the ocean.
The best part is probably the camaraderie. Lawn has a great sense of team and doing things together, and good club to be at, and fitness as well, you know, and it's always nice to come away with good results too.
We train probably about 7 days a week. If our sweep's nice enough, he'll give us 1 day off. You can't row with people that you don't like. You spend too much time with them.
Sometimes it's good fun just getting smashed or going sideways on a wave and getting rolled, and that can be as good of fun as winning. So that's what I like about it.
When you nail one on the way out, like if you go up a big one and you come down on the other side all okay, that's pretty bit of a fist pump to yourself. But riding the wave on the way in is the best feeling.
I just love how complex it is to get the boat running well, and just I like the training. It's just team event the whole way. Whatever we're doing, it's as a team. There's no individual. That's what I love about it most.
Well, Wilco, great to be back here to take a look at the action from round number 2. Fantastic racing already here in Manly.
Yeah, that's right. And the crews have had to display not only the speed and the power, but that level of skill we were talking about earlier. Really tricky conditions, and it's only getting harder.
So after round number 1, Bilgola, Palm Beach and South Curl, they finished with wins. They're on the maximum 11 points. Northcott's Mermaids, they were one of the top crews after section number 1. They're currently sitting in 4th place. Lawn Edge, Allura Wilco and Scarborough Shadows round out the top 12. It is heat number 1 now of the second round here at Manly. The women boats into the action. This is how the crews will line up. South Curl in alley number 1. Torquay Groovers in 2. The Lawn Edge in 3. And the North Cottesloe Mermaids from Western Australia, they line up in number 4. Wilco, how do you see this one panning out?
This will be a really good indication on what the tide is doing to the conditions. The tide is slowly dropping throughout the day. South Curl, alley 1, the dreaded alley 1. Everyone struggled here so far this morning. They are renowned fast starters. They're probably the quickest female crew off the first 30 or 40 strokes off the beach. If they can get out quick here, it'll start to show that alley 1 is starting to change here, and it's not so bad to be in that alley.
So the two crews in the middle of the field there, Torquay and also Lawn. A couple of waves that they need to negotiate to get themselves out the back, Wilco. These conditions have changed a little, but still plenty of waves on. Yeah,
we just see the middle pair there, as you mentioned, Torquay and Lawn, just getting hit by one. And looks like South Curl actually has a really good start. They're probably up about half a length behind North Cottesloe. Alley 4, they've still got out the fastest here, but with South Curly getting out, that means the conditions are starting to change, and it's a fairly close race here at the moment. You see North Cottesloe just climbing up over there. You see the boat will lose all its run. As soon as the boat bounces up and down, you lose all the speed off it, and if you look down the line, South Curl took advantage of that and probably gained half a length off them.
Good running away, come on, run!
So the crew from North Cottesloe, the southern end of the course, doing well, but as you say, Wilco, the northern end of the course, South Curl, they're doing it pretty well as they head out towards the cans.
And South Curl have really been impressive today. They've really shown, again, a lot of speed, a lot of power, which everyone knew they had, but their skill level it's gone up a notch from what they've been doing in the past. It's been great to see.
South Curl, they will turn in first. But absolutely nothing between the crews in second and third. That is Torquay and also North Cottesloe. Lawn turns around in 4th place as they head back to the beach.
You can hear the sweep there, really trying to get the girls to power up, chase these little runners. There's quite a bit of wind and chop out there, so the boats will start to run. You'll see the boats slowly pick up speed. You see North Cottesloe, they're just falling up off the back of one, the bow was lifting, and South Curl on that northern end, really taking advantage of those runners turning first. They've got the first opportunity that the waves and the runs come in, and they're making the most of it so far.
Well, South Curl out in front, Wilco, but as you say, with plenty of runs on, this race is a long way from finished.
Absolutely, and that's the one thing, as the tide drops, that sandbank will become more even. It means if a wave does come in, it's more likely going to pick up everyone together rather than just one end or the other.
Well, South Curl got themselves a nice lead, but Wilco, what about this wave for North Cottesloe?
Yeah, North Cottesloe, the sweep, just calling the girls to the back of the boat. That gets all the weight over the tail, makes it easiest to steer. The only problem is then you've got to get the weight back forward so the boat has a clear, clean run at the line. And you can see there, he's sending those front two girls right forward, trying to get the weight on the bow so the boat will run flat. South Curly, unfortunately, caught in dead water in between waves.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. South Curl just had to row all the way to the beach. North Cottesloe got a great run on that wave, and that's how it's finished. North Cottesloe got themselves over the line in first place, but what a great race that was.
Yeah, and South Curly, very, very unlucky there. They really sort of stamped their dominance on that race and unfortunately just come away with second place.
Well, it shows these boat races are never over until they cross the line. North Cottesloe Mermaids, they finished in front of South Curl. The Torquay Groovers in third. The Lawn Edge finish in fourth place.
We had very competitive crews in there. South Curl and also Torquay were right up with us the whole time, if not ahead. So we had to work hard. We were behind at the turn, and it was really a means of trying to chase any runner that came our way, and fortunately we got a decent swell come up behind us. The girls rode onto it beautifully, set us up, and that helped a lot.
Wilco, it's time to look at highlights now from round number 2, heat number 2, another crack field in this race.
Absolutely. Helensburgh Stanwell Park still in alley 4. It's still the favoured alley on the day, but the Tugan Hunters, they have been the absolute form crew of this morning. 4 wins from 4 starts. They'll want to make amends. Their last race, first round of this second section, they actually finished in third. Their worst performance to date so far in this Triple Crown series. So they really want to sort of stamp their dominance back on this race.
Well, there we are on board with the Tugan Hunter crew. As you say, Wilco, they've been absolutely outstanding. But as they turn the cans here, it is Tugan and Helensburgh Stanwell Park. Absolutely nothing between them.
Yeah, that's right. It's a really impressive performance here by Helensburgh Stanwell Park. They're a former under-23 Australian champion crew, so they know what it takes to win. But Tugan, in the end, on the run home to shore, just really sort of stamping, again, their dominance on it and showing it just how good they are.
Yeah, picked themselves up a nice little run as they got into the beach, and in the end, a good boat length in front of Helensburgh Stanwell Park. That is the official result. Tugan, Helensburgh finishing 1 and 2, Palm Beach coming in third, and Scarborough Shadows finishing in fourth place. Highlights now from heat number 3, and Wilco, your crew from Allura taking part in this one. But again, it was those crews in the southern alleys that seemed to have the better of the racing.
Yeah, that's right. And it probably demonstrates, when I said before, you see Bilgola here just getting clipped by a little one, but not as hard as what alleys 1 and 2 did in that northern end. Again, it demonstrates just how fast South Curl was in that earlier race. For them to get out in front in alley 1, you see Currow there just copping one on the nose. But Bilgola, very good crew here. They very rarely miss a beat. They very rarely miss a final. And they're up there, they're showing their class, they're showing their dominance, and well ahead of Southport and, unfortunately, us in third.
Bilgola turned in front. They were about a boat length and a half in front of the crew from Southport and really kicked on in the second half of this race.
Yeah, a couple of the girls there, former Australian champions, swept by Mitch Foran, 28-year-old plumber from the Northern Beaches. He's the second bow for the Open men's crew, so a very, very talented young man. To be able to row, get out of that race and then jump up the back there, throws the shorts on just to sweep, so he doesn't have to stand up there in costumes, but he's got the girls going really well.
He certainly does. Bilgola finishing first in heat number 3. Southport in second. Your girls, Wilco, they came in at third. And Currowa, they finished in fourth.
It's getting a little bit windier now, so a little bit trickier, and probably the last round will be pretty tricky. But yeah, it's been good fun. It's been a great carnival so far.
There is the Navy helicopter flying the national colours proudly over Manly Beach here, and great to have the Navy on board. Tremendous sponsors of this Triple Crown series.
That's exactly right. Without the support of the Navy, without the support of the other sponsors, 110, Dial Before You Dig, Staminade, Chic Hydro, without all that, none of this actually happens.
Just taking a look now at the points after round number 1. The top 4 from these men go through to the final this afternoon. Plenty on offer as we head into round number 2. Wilco, another big race coming up here for crack crews. Let's take a look at the ones who will be taking part. From alley number 1, it is the Currumbin Barbarians, McMaster's Beach in number 2, Queen's Cliff in 3, and the Lawn Pounders in alley number 4.
That's right, and Currumbin here, the Barbarians, again, one of the benchmark crews that everyone else basically marks himself against. They're in that dreaded alley 1. It'll be interesting to see how they handle it here.
So the 4 crews get out quite nicely in this heat number 1 of round 2. Queenscliff and McMaster's Beach in the middle of the course there. Just a couple of waves to negotiate. A little bit tricky still, Wilco, with these waves in the shoreline.
Yeah, that's right. At this level, you're talking about the top 12 crews in Australia. They're the best of the best. If you just get hit by a little one, it might only be 1 or 2 feet big, but when you get hit and the boat stops, the other crews take advantage of that, and it's very hard at this level, at the speed that these boats go, it's very hard to get them back.
Again, as we've seen earlier in the day, the crews at the southern end getting themselves out nicely, and that's exactly what the Lawn Pounders have done.
Yeah, and Lorna are a very good crew, and again, renowned fast starters, as are Queenscliff, and they've taken advantage of being given those gifted alleys, the alley 3 and 4, the southernmost end.
Hang! 3, hang! 4, good, get a colony monster, get me round now!
And there you can just hear the sweep from Queenscliff saying, get me around now. That means that the bow side rails will have to power up. Stroke side get to have a bit of a rest here. And if they can all get a clean lock on the water, as soon as they turn, they're out of there, onto one of these runners and waves coming back to shore.
Well, Wilco, 4 great turns there. This is anyone's race.
That's right. It surprised me actually to see how much McMaster's and Currumbin had caught up to both Queenscliff and Lorne. They're doing a great job on that northern end there. And you can see right at the top of the screen there, Currumbin just onto a nice little runner and pulling ahead. But as we've seen so far today, this is anything but over. They're coming through the gate cans now. That means they're getting close to shore, close to that bank. It'll be interesting to see what waves pop up.
So the Barbarians, the far side of the course, they're stroking nicely and heading towards the beach. On the near side, it's the Lawn Pounders, got themselves into second place. Queenscliff and McMaster's Beach, they're now searching to see if they've got something left in the tank. Can they pick themselves up a run? And that's exactly what's happened.
And it looks like McMaster's Sweep's just fallen over here. This could spell disaster with Currumbin so close and
Oh, this is disastrous, Wilco, for McMaster's Beach and Currumbin. Their race is over. It's a race of 2 now. Queenscliff and the Lawn Pounders, they will battle it out all the way to the finishing line. Lawn is just getting over the top of it, and the crew from Lawn, they will just scrape in as winners. Wilco, what a race that was.
Yeah, well, that little slip up there from McMaster's really opened the door for both Queenscliff and Lawn, and they'll take advantage of those points. A race of 4 all of a sudden becomes a race of 2, and you can see the end result there. McMaster's upside down, and that's a devastating blow to their day, to their final chances.
Certainly is. McMaster's Beach failing to finish. They don't pick up any points. The Lawn Pounders finishing in first. They get the maximum 11.
I looked across as we're coming in and saw the guys going sideways a bit there, but it wasn't until I hit the line that I realised that 2 boats were in. I thought it was just one. So boys rode well on that one. So just goes to show you got to keep digging right to that flag. So anything can happen on the way home. Absolutely.
Wilco, some spectacular action from heat number 1. Let's take a look at the highlights now from heat number 2. And Wilco, 4 very good crews in the water.
Yeah, it was interesting to see that Alley 1, North Cottesloe in Alley 1, they've been one of the form crews throughout this whole Triple Crown series. They still got checked off the start and were in 4th place on the way out, showing that no matter how good you are, the surf, that luck of the surf, as they say, still comes into it.
From the turn of the cans, it was the middle 2 crews from Maroochydore and Bulli. They turned in first and second. South Curly, they turned in third, but what a race home it was for those crews in the middle, particularly the crew from Maroochydore.
Yeah, and again, showing the reason why they've just been crowned as the Queensland state representatives. They really went away with this, and Bulli and South Curly are 2 very, very good crews. And for Marucci to be able to put a full wave into them on the run home is outstanding.
Maroochydore finishing in first, South Curly in second, Bulli finished in third, and the crew from North Cottesloe, they were the 4th place team in heat number 2. Highlights now from heat number 3, Wilco. We've seen all afternoon the crews in the southern alleys are the better performing ones. Again, this is what happens now in heat number 3.
Yeah, Osmere here really lucky they get out pretty much without getting hit. You see Palm Beach just a little one on the nose here, just slows them up a little bit. Osmere out probably a length or 2 in front of everyone else, but Bilgola really sort of setting up their whole race, chasing them down, and by the turn there really wasn't too much left in it.
About a boat length at the turn, Wilco, but this was a fantastic race all the way to the end.
Yeah, it was. It was really good, really tight racing, but Bilgola showing their class. Within 50 metres from the turn, they were a couple of lengths out in front. You can see them just sitting there, having to wait for a wave, so they actually rode well ahead of Osmere, and Osmere lucky enough to get hit, not get hit on the way out, and then to catch a wave coming in. Bilgola unfortunately just coming across the line sideways, which gives Osti another win.
Yeah, fantastic race there by Ostamir, hanging in there to pick up maximum 11 points, finishing in first place. Bilgola in second, Monaval third, and the crew from Palm Beach, they finished in fourth place.
Yeah, look, there's plenty out there. You just got to be in the right trough at the right time, to get them. But look, we're a complete crew that have only first year together for a long time. So we're getting back after Stu's come back from down the coast. So I think we're getting better and better every race, and that's what's making us really happy. We're getting better each race, and hopefully by the end of the year at the Australian national titles, that we'll find our scraps.
Well, we are 2 rounds gone now through the men's and the women's competition. The women back in the water for round number 3. Wilco, some outstanding racing already, but plenty more coming up.
Yeah, that's right. And every race is critical. Every point is critical. You want to get in that final. You want to impress the Australian selectors. This is to represent your country. Everyone here is really trying their hardest just to go that one level up and to get as many points as they can. Absolutely right, Wilco. Those top 4 teams will go through to the final, plus one of them will be our national representative. Plenty online here this afternoon, and it's now time to look at round 3 action, heat number 1, a very, very important clash this one. Coming in alley number 1 will be the North Cottesloe Mermaids, Torquay Groovers in 2, Scarborough Shadows in 3, and Tugun Hunter in number 4. Wilco, we'll be looking at alleys number 1 and 4 in particular, North Cots and Tugun, 2 very good crews. Absolutely. They're probably the 2 most formed crews so far. But you can't, this is surf, you can't ever write anyone off. Torquay are a very good crew in their own right. They won't let the other 2 or other 3 crews have their own way with this. Scarborough probably just off the pace, in all honesty, compared to the other ones. But Tugun will really want to show why they were 4 from 4 this morning. North Cottesloe will really want to show why they are the current Australian representative crew. There's a lot, as you said, on offer here. As you see Torquay just having to punch through a couple of these little ones, that will just slow them up and hurt their chances.
The Tugun crew now just getting to another wave as they punch through that one and head out towards the cans, Wilco. Still plenty of waves here as well.
Yeah, and they did a really good job there. The bow lifted right up in the air. They were patient though, they let the bow drop down. You saw the bow pair, the 2 front girls of the boat, took their time, got the blades in the water, got plenty of leg drive on it, and they are out there and they're still in front.
They certainly are. They'll turn the cans around about a boat length in front on the top end of the course, North Cottesloe. Also Torquay next to them. They turn in second and third respectively. As we can just see coming through Scarborough, they'll turn in 4th place. But at the moment, it is Tugun who are out in front of this competition in heat number 2, Wilco. A real battle on as we go to the beach.
That's right. You see Torquay in the middle there, just coming off the back of a run now as Tugun pick up one. But Torquay not letting these other crews just have their own way with this. They're putting in a really good row here, and they'll make a real fist of it come the end.
Tugun at the southern end of the course, North Cottesloe at the northern end. Tugun just got themselves in front now, and another little run, Wilco. This is going to help them get through to the beach.
Yeah, they've really worked this well. You see the girls here really powering up, really strong here, and just lifting off the seat, getting that leg drive, and that's what happens. Clear out, a wave ahead, they get to relax the whole way to the shore now.
So the team from Tugun, as you said, outstanding already this morning. They are going to ride this one all the way into the shore, and they will pick it up here. Battle on still for the minor placings, Torquay and North Cottesloe. But it is the crew from Tugun. They will cruise across the line in first place. Wilco, a great row by them.
Absolutely, and you see these other 2 crews now really race for the line. Every single point is critical. Every single point is vital. It may mean the difference between making the final and completely missing out on a chance to represent Australia.
So Torquay tried to just pull down over that wave, but I think the line just beat him in the end. And just taking a look at the final placings, it was Tugun who came in first. North Cottesloe hung in there for second place. The Torquay Groovers in third. Scarborough Shadow, they finished in 4th.
We've raced really well today. Through the early rounds, to qualify for the top 12 was good, and we're actually probably gathering a bit of momentum. So we're probably getting better as the day goes on. So hopefully one more will be good.
Let's take a look at some highlights now from round 3, heat number 2, and Wilco. Palm Beach lining up in the dreaded alley number 1. It was a very important race for them.
Absolutely, they had to win this race. They had to come in first to have any chance of making that top 4 and forcing North Cottesloe out. North Cottesloe, we saw just in that last race, finishing second. That means that Palm Beach have to win. They cannot finish second in order to make that final. And the girls got an absolutely electric start and really went on with it from there.
They certainly did. They got off the beach fantastic. They turned the cans first and picked up a nice little run, rode it all the way into the beach. As you said, they needed the maximum 11 points, and that's exactly what they got.
Yeah, and it stamped their class. In the end, not beating Lorne by much, but Lorne in that favoured alley 4, it really showed just how good Palm Beach are.
Palm Beach, the maximum 11 points, finishing in first, Lorne Edge in second, Allura Wilco in third, and the Southport crew finishing in fourth. Heat number 3 now, and Wilco getting to the business end of this competition here today. These two crews in the middle, Bilgola and South Curl, a very important race for both of these crews.
It was an important race, and you see Helensburgh just getting hit there off the start. South Curl, Bilgola using their speed here, and both crews still needed to really cement their place in the final. They weren't going to have it all their own way. And Helensburgh, Stanwell Park here, matching them to the turn pretty much, as were Kurrawa, but the two form crews in the middle, they went away with it by the end. By the time they came back to the beach, they showed just why they're so good.
Yeah, South Curl turned in front about a boat length from the cans. And as you can see right there, they pulled themselves down on a nice wave and rode that all the way to the finishing line. Bilgola just falling off the back of that one, relegating them to the second place. But again, South Curl stamping their authority on this heat. They finished in first, Bilgola second, Helensburgh, Stanwell Park in third, and Kurrawa finishing in fourth.
Yeah, it's been a good day. Good quality crews here, and we get lots of racing, so it's good to test yourself against the best. Yeah, it's been a good day.
Wilco, 3 rounds of the women's gone. Haven't we had some great racing?
Certainly have. Every single race is vital. Every single point is critical on who makes the top 4 and their chance to represent the country.
There is the top 4 there and nothing between them. Bilgola, South Curl, they're out in front on 31. Tugun and Palm Beach, they make up the top 4. And 5th through to 12, well, they miss out and they come back next year.
And you can see just how tight it is. North Cottesloe only missing out by 1 point. They lose that right to retain their Australian jersey.
It's time to take a break here from Manly Beach. We will be coming back very soon with round 3 of the men's and the finals of the men's and women's.